Hello, everyone. I am back. It's me, Rabbit Squirrel or Squirrel or whatever the fuck you want to call me. Because, and I wish I could come back at a better time and that it wasn't right now with what I'm going to talk about today. But in case you are wondering why I've been gone for a while, it's because I've been trying to build my Twitch up. Go follow me, Rabbit Squirrel 69 over on Twitch. Don't forget the underscores between Rabbit and Squirrel, and Squirrel and 69. Please, thank you. I've been trying to build a Twitch following over there. But with that all out of the way, here my little plug-in for myself. I want to talk about recent news. So as I am recording this, it is officially May the 4th. Happy Star Wars Day to everyone who celebrates it, of course. And I want to talk about what came out 3 days ago in the morning. When I woke up, I wanted to play the last Fortnite season for one more day because the next one came out, of course, the day after it. And I woke up and I checked my Instagram and I saw an update from Microsoft that said Microsoft will now be upselling or pricing up or bringing their prices up, basically, of everything Xbox related, including their games, which I know it could sound, you can put it how you want to, you can blame the tariffs, you can blame this and you can blame that, but at the end of the day, Microsoft, why? I have one question for you. Why do you feel as if you deserve this? As if you deserve to upprice your games and your consoles. By the way, a 6-year-old console, the Xbox Series X, is getting upsold by $100. So now if you want to play the most recent Bethesda title, if they make those exclusive, or if they make the new COD title exclusive to the Xbox, you will have to fork out $600, because it's most likely just going to be on the Xbox Series X. You have to fork out $600 and then an additional $80 just to play that new game, because it is technically a AAA title. So I want you guys to look at the clip that, just for what?
Do you want to come to work with me?
I'm sorry about that, but my big point I am trying to make for this is because you'll be spending nearly $700 if you want just one new game. And that started on the 1st of May, by the way. Microsoft made that official. So any new title that comes out after, like, now, a new big title, you'll probably be spending $80 on it. But my big question is, why do this now? I have not been blaming the tariffs. I've not been blaming anything like that. I have been actually looking at what they've been doing recently. Recently, they just released two games on their platform that Xbox has been getting praised for, and by proxy, Microsoft has been getting praised for the same thing. Oblivion Remastered and that indie game, I believe it was called Exhibition Hunt 33, both released for $50. And I thought when they first released, I thought, okay, maybe Microsoft is fighting back against Nintendo and their prices, and that was a good option. That was a good thing to go to. Except now, I believe it was maybe a test, or maybe they were waiting for the Nintendo Switch 2 pre-order window to be closed because I believe that when they saw that the Nintendo Switch 2 and very possibly all the accessories and games for it sold out, and there are people out here willing to pay $800 for the Switch 2 pre-order on eBay, by the way, that Xbox, aka Microsoft, I keep on saying Xbox, but I really mean Microsoft, saw this and was like, I want a piece of that metaphorical pie. I want to get $80 for every new game I play. I want to get that money up, you know. Except with Microsoft, I can see the backlash being even worse than Nintendo, because they don't have the excuse of, oh, we're releasing a new console, so we get to do this with all new hardware, and we're making our console better, even though it's actually worse, but it's a new console, so, you know, whatever. They can't use that excuse because once again, they are upselling the prices to $600 for a nearly 10-year-old console. Now, there are rumors. I'm not gonna say that PlayStation's completely out of this party either, because there are rumors that Sony is thinking about uppricing their consoles next. And I really hope they don't, because if they see the backlash with Microsoft and Nintendo, I think the best option for them would be to stay where they are at. Yes, you'll still be paying $70 for a game, but and $500 for a new PS5, but that's still pretty good compared to the 500, the 1,000 and something dollars for every freaking accessory for the Switch 2, or nearly $700 just to get a new Xbox and a game. So, my message, what I'm trying to convey here to you guys, and I know I've been going on this rant, do not buy in to whatever Microsoft is trying to sell you. If they release big games, and here's the thing, raise your expectations. If you want to really see it, raise your expectations. COD fans, I know this is hard for you guys to really understand because it's a weekday and all that, and the player counts are low because it's, as I am recording this, it is the weekend and your player counts are still looking grim. I'm just going to say that. Raise your expectations. If you are paying nearly $100 for a video game, your expectations need to be raised. What needs to happen is, if they want you to pay $80, we better have a finished game, 0 microtransactions, and the DLC, if there is any, then they better be cheap. Because when I look at a game like Pod, that's still not a finished game nearly a year in. We're not even a year in, it's still not a finished game, but we're so hype right now, right? Raise your expectation. Servers are still having issues. It can barely hold a player count. Multiplayer queues are ticking forever. Raise your expectations. You are not paying, I would personally not pay $80 for an unfinished game. And I would not pay, and again, you can say, oh, but look at the game you're playing right now, it looks unfinished. This is an over 10-year-old game that you are seeing right now, and it only cost me $20. So yes, it will have its bugs. Of course it will have its bugs. But at the same time, everything works. And I only got it for like 20 bucks on Amazon right now. You can buy this game for 20 bucks. It's called Borderlands: The Handsome Collection, and then the footage you're seeing is from Borderlands 2. Which brings me to my next point. As a consumer of these games, as someone who's been trying to get more into the modern gaming aesthetic for years now, I want you guys to see, like, if you're a hardcore fan of something like 2K or Call of Duty or just any game in general that releases on a yearly basis, those prices, again, they're not gonna go down, they're gonna go up. So what I'm trying to say is that if Madden next year, or college football, because those are coming out later on this year, if those games end up costing you $80, watch reviews. I'm not talking about reviews from IGN, because they'll call it a good game just because it can hold its own with the other games of that same franchise. Hold it to the standards that y'all are holding Fortnite to. Hold it to the standards that y'all are holding Dark Souls or Elden Ring to. Because if those games are bad and people know it, of course you'll have your hardcore fans that will go out and they'll buy it, but that also means that y'all get to see their reaction. If they tell you it's a bad game, then you should not be buying it. Look, I just want the best for this industry. I've been a gamer since I've been a gamer since I could hold my own conscience. And seeing where this industry is at now, where they're forcing you to pay $80 for a new game, is crazy to me. But again, you the people, we are numbers, yes, but we are also, but if those numbers go down by a majority, then the companies will see this and they'll be like, oh hey, we're getting our shit rocked right now. Stocks are low. And again, I didn't want this video to turn into a rant video, but it did. Again, I'm going to say this very popular phrase: vote with your wallet. Because what ends up happening if you don't, this whole industry will go down. So that's the end of the video. If you liked it, hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, comment down below what your opinion is on this subject. And with all of that said and done, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye!